I'm Brody Fugit. We're back for another great week at Palmville.
This week we have a very special Black History Month episode. Each year in February, we celebrate the triumphs and struggles of African Americans and recognize their contributions to the United States. At Pineville, we want to celebrate our diversity and recognize and take pride in our own local Black history.
To begin, let's take a look at some of the Black History Month activities happening in our classrooms.
We're going to popcorn read, okay? Who wants to read first? Okay, what's their location? Notice something, it's just what you see. It's not an interpretation of that. So in this image, what is it that you see?
Holly finds the best of all of them.
Josh Beverly got to sit down at the table to interview Scott Brown, the owner of one of Pineville's best restaurants, Leon's.
Hey, welcome to the table. I'm your host, Joshua Beverly. Today we're recognizing a local business owner, Scott Brown. He's going to tell me a little bit about his business and let us know about it. All right. What inspired you to start your business?
I've always loved to cook. It started, we called it home ec, what they don't call it home ec class, home economics anymore.
I don't think they have that anymore.
They don't. It's some kind of I don't know what they call it. But anyway, I learned how to make apple pies in high school in my junior year and just took off from there. From there, I lived in Indiana for a while. I got laid off of a job in Indiana and I went to culinary school for a year and I got a chef license. And then I left, I went to Florida and I worked in an Italian restaurant for several years. Then I ran a bakery in Somerset, Kentucky for several years. I ran the night shift, made all the pastries and the donuts, pastries, and just whatever, anything you can think of in a bakery. I left there, I came back home from Florida in 2014 or 15, something like that, I think, and I worked at Shades as a cook for a while. They didn't know I had a chef license, so I kind of did all the grunt work and all this and that. So I left there and I went and ran the kitchen. I was the kitchen manager at the Oasis before it turned into Cowboys. So I left the Oasis and I came to the Butcher's Pub as the general manager. And then me and my wife, we decided that, hey, let's not work for nobody no more. Let's just do it for ourselves. And she does the back office. I'm the face of the company. All the recipes are mine. I haven't cooked in a while. I've kind of retired. I kind of cook when we have special occasions or special company come in or something and ask me to cook, I'll cook. But that's how it all started. And it's a wonderful thing. I love to see people smile. So when they eat the food, they smile and it just makes me happy. See them happy while they're eating the food.
All right. And what was the process for starting Leon's? How'd you get that rolling?
How did we get it rolling? After I left the pub, we rented a building from Kobe Slusher and we started, we were doing delivery and pickup. It was just a kitchen and a bench. And we were doing delivery and pickup. I was cooking and delivering and she was taking all the orders. So it was rough there for 2 years. But, and while we were doing that, we were also redoing the building, demoing the building. So we were working at night. So it was like we were killing ourselves actually. But that's what you got to do is dedication. You got to have dedication. You got to want something. You got to work for it to get it. So we did. We worked for 2 years on that building, and now it's Leon's, and it's doing great.
You got any plans for expanding the business?
Well, actually, we had another one in Everett. We just shut it down because it wasn't working out up there. It's just too many complications with the community. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. So we moved that one, and we just moved it to La Follette, and it will be open up in La Follette here probably about April.
All right.
And then I think we're going to try to do one more at Middlesboro here in about a year or so. And then I'm going to sell them and get out of the business because I'm tired. I'm 60 years old. I'm tired of it.
All right. And I got one last question.
Yes, sir.
You got any advice for any future business owners wanting to start a restaurant?
If you want to start a restaurant, it's like raising a kid. You got to be there 24/7. I work 6 days a week and sometimes 7 if I have a catering job or something like that. And I'm here every morning at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I don't get home till 9 or 10. But you got to want it. If you don't want it, don't get in it because you won't make it. You won't make it. You got to have the drive and the will to want to stay there and do that hard work and put in the hours. The payoff is great. I mean, you'll reap the rewards. Don't get me wrong, but you got to have that dedication, or you will not make it in this business. It's hard. It's hard dealing with the public. You have to have the broad shoulders. Like when they get at you about something's not right and this, you got to be able to smile at them and say, "Well, I'm sorry, man. We'll fix it for you." You got to have that personality to do it. But if you really don't want to get in it, if you don't want this business, don't get in it because you really got to have the dedication and the drive. And I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard. A lot of people are different in many ways, many ways. They'll come and order food and really not know what they're ordering. They order a steak and don't know what it is. And then they're coming at you. Well, I ordered it such and such a way, and it's not this way. And I'll look at the ticket and I'll say, well, this is what you ordered. Well, that's not what I wanted. That's what. And then you have to explain to them what they want. You get what I'm saying? You got to tell them what they want. So, like, if you come in there, people come in there and they'll order a medium rare steak, but they really want a mid-well, which is almost like a well done. A medium rare is almost not done.
It's like the complete opposite side.
Exactly right. So it's with the blood in it and all this sort of stuff, and they don't understand that part because we're dealing with a lot of country folks around here that really don't understand how to order a steak. But you got to be able to sit down and talk to them and make them understand. So, you know, it's hard. It's hard to do, but God's gave me a gift, and I got the gift of gab. I can talk to anybody, and they can be mad, and they leave, and they smile and laughing, and they're my best friend. So you just got to be able to do it. But like I say, if you want to get in the business, be ready to work because it takes tons of work and long hours.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming in.
No worries.
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thank you.
You heard it here first, folks. Hard work and dedication. That's how you run a business.
Exactly right.
Go check out Leon's. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next week. This has been The Table with Joshua Beverly. See you later.
We had our basketball homecoming last week, and we crowned a new queen. Our girls and boys basketball teams also took home a win over Middlesboro. Check out the highlights.
She's being escorted this evening by Wyatt Caldwell. Ladies and gentlemen, Cat and Brooke Apple. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ava is being escorted this evening by Malachi Smith, the son of Casey and Heather Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Garrison, son of Dustin Garrison and April Rogers. Your 2023 homecoming. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Mineville High School homecoming queen representing the senior class. In-game runner-up. High school, Ava plans to attend the University of Kentucky and pursue a career as a pediatric dentist. Her favorite memories as a cheerleader are all the laughs. Basketball program for history and art. Favorite memory in high school is playing football with his friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Beverly. 13th region Class A championship in 2023. After high school, Caitlin plans to attend the University of the Cumberland to pursue a career as a developmental psychologist.
For our final segment, we wanted to ask our students why they think it is important to celebrate Black History Month each year. Check out their answers.
All right, Red, why do you think that it's important that we celebrate Black History Month?
Civil rights is a very serious issue from where we started to where we've come, and we still have a very long way to go.
Because everybody deserves to be treated equally.
Even in Bell County, we had a segregated school, and it was actually located by McDonald's. But thankfully, we can all go to school together now.
Because everyone deserves to be celebrated.
Black History Month was created to focus attention on the contributions of African Americans to the United States. It honors all black people from all periods of U.S. history, from enslaved people first brought over from Africa in the early 17th century to African Americans living in the United States today. We also honor the accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. Carter G. Woodson created Black History Week in February 1926 to ensure that school children will be exposed to Black history. Woodson chose February for the reasons for tradition and reform to coincide with Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass's birthdays. Since the first Black History Week in 1926, other countries have joined the United States in celebrating Black people and their contribution to history and culture, including Canada, the United Kingdom, Germany, and the Netherlands.
Black History Month is important to the story of America because they were here since the beginning. Every February, the U.S. honors the contributions and sacrifices of the African Americans who have helped shape the nations. Among the notable figures often spotlighted during Black History Month are Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for equal rights for blacks during the 1950s and 60s, and Barack Obama, who was elected the first ever African American president of the United States in 2008. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born in 1929 Atlanta. Martin Luther King Jr. was an American civil rights activist who was well known for his speeches, in which his famous speech was in 1963 when his speech, "I Have a Dream," in which he spoke for his dream, the United States, that is devoid of segregation and racism.
For me, growing up, a lot of the people that I looked up to and stuff were Black. Like I think most people know that I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan, and sports and stuff can bring us together sometimes. And I think that, like with my childhood, for example, I played on a lot of teams with a lot of diversity, not just black kids, but kids from different backgrounds, and it brings us together. So I think Black History Month is a good way of bringing us all together as Americans. And being a history teacher, I love history, and I think that Dylan said this whenever you asked him a question, is the founding of America, blacks have been in our culture and building of America. So there is no America without the black community. So we're all in it together, and I think that's why it would be important to me or mean something to me.
Black History Month celebrating gives you a different perspective of culture and how everybody else lives their life.
Black History Month is important because we get to experience different cultures.
We celebrate Black History Month to remember the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the legacy of Martin Luther King, and the Civil Rights Movement.
We have a few announcements.
Valentine's Day is next Wednesday. Remember, balloons and glass cannot be brought on the bus, so any gifts will need to be picked up by parents.
There will be no school next Monday, February 19th, in observance of President's Day.
Nadine Johnson will be representing Pineville this week at the Regional Governor's Cup for composition. We wish her the best of luck as she competes and hopefully advances to state.
Seniors, treat boxes will be put together on Tuesday and Wednesday. Be sure to check in with Jackie or Tiff with your final votes.
Thanks for watching another episode of Mountain 9 News.
As always, if you would like to join the team, talk to John or Sam.
We will see you next time.